Sian, hello, and congratulations on the film. I've actually seen it twice already.
That's great. Thank you.
And this is your second feature film, but it's kind of taken on a life of its own, really, because of all the success at Sundance, and now it's going to be on Apple TV. Audiences and critics have loved it. How does it feel to have such a huge hit on your hands?
It's really exciting. It was such a joy to make this film. I've never bonded in the way that I did with this cast, and them with each other. Like it really, we became a family, and the experience itself of making the film and the process that we went through was really changed me as a human being and a creative person, and was such an exciting process that in a way it was complete, on its own. And so, but then to have the film launch into the world and have the reception that it has, and obviously, the experience of Sundance and that kind of mind-blowing reaction, it's been really cool. I mean, it's sort of everything I could hope for. It's the thing that you hope for when you're making something and you think, well, this really moves me. I hope it moves other people. But then when it does, it's incredibly satisfying as a filmmaker.
How do you think that bond came about? What was so special about that group?
I mean, I just think they're really good people. I think it's everybody's pretty funny. Everybody has a great sense of humor. We were living in this small town in Gloucester, Massachusetts, and Troy and Daniel were living together and going out to the local fishing bars on the weekends and hanging out with all the local fishermen. And Marlee is a great cook and was having people over to dinner in her home and cooking dinners for everybody. And I think, I don't know, it really, it's something you kind of hope for as a director, but it's hard to create true chemistry where you feel like there are actual bonds being made and love on screen that you can feel. And I don't know, I think it was a lucky, it was, hopefully I'll give myself credit for choosing these people, but then they were incredible, not just as actors, but as humans.
Now, Marlee Matlin, I think, is a familiar face, obviously, because she won an Oscar a few years back. But where did you find Daniel, and particularly Troy, who is utterly priceless as the father?
So Marlee, there is a lot of acting talent within the deaf community. I was kind of blown away when we started auditioning how many great actors there were for each of these roles. And even for the Marlee's part, I saw women for that part that were incredible. And Daniel is like handsome, feels like he's from that town, that kind of guy who's like um ride a motorcycle and be out on a fishing boat, and but he really understood the character in a deep way and the kind of frustration. He's really the voice of reason in the movie, and he's the one who tells Ruby to go, and is kind of trying to undo this dynamic that's arisen in his family. And he really understood that frustration and kind of that seething anger. And Troy is just, like you said, he's hilarious. I mean, he is so funny, and he's such an amazing improviser and signer, and would just have us all like absolutely in pieces in every scene that was, the doctor's office or the sex talk, where he would just do something crazier and different every time, and I'd have to reel him back because we were going to be rated R if he kept going in the direction he was going. And so, I just love him as a person, and he has such a warmth as an actor and such a great face. And I hope that, all of these actors move on to have big careers and be as famous as Marlee Matlin.
Sian, it's been lovely to talk to you. Far too brief, of course, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
And like I
Freda.
say, a really wonderful special film. Thank you.